Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our update this morning. We're very excited to have Ian Harris, the Chief Executive Officer of Outcrop Silver and Gold. Welcome, Ian.
Well, thank you for having me, Sherman. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, always a pleasure. You know, the timing couldn't be better. We were just talking offline about, the amount of news media that's actually starting to uncover the reality that precious metals companies and copper companies have been lagging. The share prices have been lagging the fundamentals. And we're starting to see retail investors and even institutional investors start to pick up on this, where you can acquire incredible assets like Outcrop Silver and Gold, where you're essentially buying silver ounces in the ground for far less than what you'd have to even go and buy the bullion. And I think I talked to you, Ian, about when I was in Toronto at PDAC this year. There was a lineup the entire show at the Sprott Money booth for people to buy physical silver. And
was Elon Musk one of them?
Yeah, good, exactly. And he should be. And,
yeah,
for investors, I've often highlighted that, yeah, you can go buy the physical silver, and there's nothing wrong with accumulating Canadian Maple Leaf silver coins. But even better, so not it's like a double dip. You can buy if you buy Outcrop Silver and Gold, you get the exposure to the public company, which is also undervalued. So it's you're getting the benefit of buying the silver, plus you're getting Outcrop Silver and Gold shares at a discount. And now the market's starting to pick up on that. You've had a really nice move in the stock price, and I thought, I should get Ian on a call and just update our listeners as to what's going on with number one Outcrop, and we know you're bullish on silver, obviously, but just want to take a few minutes of your time and hand it over to you and give us an update from your point of view.
Sure. And let me compartmentalize this a little bit, right? I've never seen a surer bet than silver price, right? For multiple reasons, right? One is you just talked about in terms of, an insurance policy against fiat currencies or inflation or whatever. You see a physical demand in terms of investment or as a currency risk, insurance, right? And it's very interesting, right? Because it's two ways it could go, right? It could go both ways at the same time, right? You are also on the other side of the coin, right? For the first time ever, silver truly is over 50% of its usage is industrial, right? So if you see a strong economy, more electric vehicles, more solar panels, more everything, right? It creates additional demand on silver, right? So even doesn't matter which way the pendulum swings, it's going to drive demand in silver, right? And both can happen at the same time, right? You can see it and if as it starts moving, you'll see the investment component too, right? And then the backdrop is 3 years of deficit, and guess what? This year is also now anticipated to be another deficit year. And the accumulated deficit over the last 3 years was equivalent to 60% of the world's mining production. That's like 8-9 months of all mines just pumping it out just to make up for it. And there's no new mines. So now let's move over so again, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think that the story of uranium tells us a lot, that things will be pushed to the limit and then it gets explosive, right? We see that. And I think that's got maybe silver is maybe a little less opaque, but still, right? You know that it's heavily traded in paper, and people will play games until the very last minute, right? So there's this. So when that breaking point happens, but I'm extremely positive that it's going to happen, because the other thing I look at as a mining engineer who's worked in this industry a long time is I look at who else is in the same room with me. And if you remember the last spike in silver, right, and everybody wants to take advantage of that moving silver price, there was probably 100 different silver companies you could invest in, and you can go, which one am I going to invest in, right? Today, if I could name 10 silver companies, I would be struggling, like silver developer companies. I would be really struggling. So you look at the mid tiers, right? That are true silver producers, and most of them want to become gold producers. They're actually moving out of the silver space because they just can't add enough silver production to their balance sheet. So they need to continue to grow. They need to look at gold, right? And so then you look around at the silver projects, and there's not very many of them, right? So at Outcrop, I feel like I call us the silverest of the silveries, right? I'm making up words, but we have high grade, one of the highest grade projects in silver, right? And it's 73% silver, right? So the value of our ore and our resource, ore, I don't get in trouble. Our mineralized rock, our resource is 73% silver, right? It's truly high grade silver. It's high grade enough that it's very economic. It just bodes extremely well. It's got an extremely high recovery, right? By flotation alone. Um, it's so high that we know that we'll either produce a precious metal concentrate and we've done it, we could have taken that concentrate and produced doré directly without cyanide, right? So we have all these components going for us. Not only is it so leveraged, it's very difficult to find another company that is more leveraged to silver price than Outcrop because of the Santa Ana project. And then where are we today? Drill is arriving to site, pads are built, and drill will be turning, I believe, in the next couple of days. Give me a couple extra days for any problems, but the plan is to start drilling on Friday. We're doing updated metallurgical test work to include gravity separation or gravity concentration. I know 93% recovery sounds good, but if you can do even better, right? We could do even better by combining gravity and flotation together and still make a rock solid concentrate. And because of, we don't have to wait 2-3 months to get drill results. So we expect to be drilling about 900 meters a month. Our average hole length is 180 meters. So we should be seeing a couple holes per month be able to get done and to have a solid news flow moving forward. So I just feel like we had a plan put together that was going to create value for our shareholders, independent, I think, of market. And it looks like everything is moving together. The broader equities market for mining, silver specifically, people are starting to recognize that this is probably the shining stars. I've seen a couple articles come out to say, specifically that, but it's the metal pick of the year kind of thing. Everything is going the right direction, and now is the time, right? Because any one of those things are starting to create significant value for our shareholders.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, Ian. I mean, we've done a great update in a short period of time, which was our objective, but just again to highlight, and you bring up some great points when you talk about silver as a store of value and as an insurance policy, and then to highlight the activities of Outcrop has been really worthwhile this morning. So thank you so much, and congratulations, by the way, on a successful financing that was done on the back of PDAC. And so my shares in Outcrop are actually up more than the silver coins that I bought at PDAC. So the mixture of the two is working well. So I really encourage investors, do your homework, make sure you pick a quality story with great management, in the right sector and in the right jurisdiction. And Outcrop Silver and Gold is one of our top picks. And thank you so much for taking the time, Ian.
If I can steal another 30 seconds, I was talking to another CEO of another silver
Absolutely.
developer company, and it's something I've mentioned a lot, and he gets it too, right? There's no top really to silver price, and it's because Elon Musk is not going to say, "Oh man, silver is getting really expensive. I'm gonna stop buying it," right? Its overall contribution to the value of the end product is small, right? Whether it's a solar panel, whether it's an electric vehicle, or whatever high tech technology, the silver price incorporated, it's sprinkled into everything, right?
Mhm.
So it's not sensitive to all of a sudden it gets to a price and you start using something else, you start replacing it. So silver truly has a lot of room to run, and I look forward to seeing it happen.
What a great close. Thank you so much, Ian.
Okay, you too, Sherman.
Have a great day.